everyone, this is Diksha of class 5th. It's been a great honor to present my model of eclipse on the occasion of Science Fest. This is my model. How wonder to know the magic happening in our galaxy. Let's solve the mystery of eclipse. The Earth along with the other planets revolve around the Sun in its orbit. In turn, the Moon revolves around the Earth in its fixed orbit. There came a time when the three heavenly bodies get aligned in the same straight line. There is when an eclipse occurs. It is defined as an astronomical prehension that occurs when one spherical object comes in the shadow of another spherical object. On the Earth, we witness two types of eclipse. The two types of eclipse are when the Moon comes in between the Sun and the Earth. The Moon casts the shadow on the Earth. It is called solar eclipse. And when the Earth comes in between the Sun and the Moon, the Earth casts the shadow on the Moon. So, the Moon totally becomes black. This is called an lunar eclipse. This is my working model. This is the Moon, this is the Earth, and this is the Sun. The Moon revolves around the Earth and the Earth revolves around the Sun. Now let's discuss about the solar eclipse. Also known as the eclipse of the Sun, it occurs when the Moon comes in between the Sun and the Moon blocks the Sun rays from reaching the Earth's surface and casts a shadow on it. This occurs on a new moon phase. We can observe up to 5 solar eclipses per year. They can be categorized as partial, annular eclipse and total solar eclipse. Now let's discuss about lunar eclipse. It occurs when the Earth comes in between the Sun and the Moon. As a result, the Earth blocks the light of the Sun from reaching the Moon surface and casts shadow on the Moon. As the Moon does not have its own light, it occurs on a full moon day. We can observe 3 lunar eclipses per year. It also can be partial or total lunar eclipse. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. Today I, Ahan and Lasya are going to present a skit on the skeletal system in the occasion of Science Fest. Myself Chavi as Ahana, Ahan as Raman and Lasya as Preeti.
Oh no! Ghost! Run!
No, this is not a ghost. This is a skeleton.
Oh, it's very scary.
Yes, but do not get scared. It will not do anything.
Okay, and what is skeleton?
A skeleton is the framework of bones. It provides shape and structure to the body. When a baby is born, it has 300 bones. Many of these bones fuse together as the baby grows up. An adult has 206 bones.
Okay, now tell me, how can we chew our food?
Brother, we chew our food with teeth.
Sister, can you tell me, teeth belongs to which organ system?
Teeth belong to skeletal system. However, they are not considered as bones.
Can you tell me more about skeletal system?
Coming.
Hi Preeti.
Hi Ahana.
Do you know that today we learned about skeletal system in our class?
Can you tell me about skull?
Yes, of course. Why not? The skull has 22 bones. The upper part of the skull is hard and contains of 8 bones. It encloses and protects the brain like a helmet. The face region is made up of 14 bones. All of these, only the lower jaw can move. This enables us to speak and eat.
Yes, now I understood.
Ahana, can you tell me about the backbone?
Our backbone helps us to maintain our posture. The skull is attached to the backbone. The backbone is made up of 33 small butterfly-shaped bones called the vertebrae. The backbone protects the spinal cord. The backbone is also called spine or vertebral column.
Yes, I understood it very clearly.
Excuse me, now can I ask my doubt?
Yes, you can.
What are arms and legs also known as? Are they a part of the skeletal system?
Arms and legs are called as limbs. They are also a part of skeletal system. The upper arm is attached to the shoulder. The upper arm is called as the humerus. The lower arm has 2 bones. The upper arm joins the lower arm at the elbow.
Many small bones make up the wrist and the hand. The thigh bone is also known as femur. The femur is the longest bone in our body. The thigh bone is attached to the hip bone. The lower leg has 2 bones. The upper leg means the lower leg at the knee. Many small bones make up the ankle and the toes.
Oh, now I understood. Hands and legs are also known as limbs and they are also a part of skeletal system. And now who protects our heart and lungs? If we'll fall, then who protects them from injury?
Rib cage protects heart and lungs from injury. Rib cage consists of 12 pairs of curved bones. In the front, they are attached to the breastbone. The lowest 2 pairs are attached to the backbone. They are called as floating ribs.
Yes, now I understood. The rib cage protects the heart and lung. Now I understood about the skeletal system. Thank you, Sister and Didi, for explaining me. It's time to go to bed. Good night.
Good night, Priti. Good night, Raman.
Hello everyone, I am Tahir of grade 5th from Bolton School, and today I am going to explain my project drought. First of all, we need to know what is a drought. A drought is a natural disaster for long period of time in which there is scarcity of water and shortage of food. The main reason of drought is less or no rainfall. The mostly drought affected states are Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Rajasthan and Karnataka. The impact of drought on our state Telangana has resulted as shortage of drinking water and worsened the agricultural crisis. Maize, paddy, red and green gram, cotton are few of the crops which are severely damaged. This has made farmers high and dry. Khammam, Medak, Nizamabad are few of the districts which are affected. We all hope that this year bring a good amount of rainfall and there is a sign of relief for farmers as well as for the state. Environmental effects are destruction of wildlife habitats. As we all can see here, animals are died because of shortage of food and loss of water. Wildfires, loss of crops, increased cost of food and water. Now let us move to social effects. Health problems, loss of life, people are depressed about their losses. As we can see here, farmers are crying because of their livelihood. Scientists can predict this by carefully monitoring rainfall and by checking the content of moisture of soil. Finally, we should be prepared and take safety measures to lower the impact of drought. We should conserve water, rainwater should be harvested, reservoirs to be built to store water, irrigation facilities should be improved. Hope you all liked my project. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Diksha of class 5th. Today I am going to show my project on earthquake. Mainly, earth has 3 layers: core, mantle and crust. The earth has an outer layer is the crust. The surface of the earth is the part of this outer shell called the crust. Hill, mountain, land, plains are the different part of it. Even the floor of the ocean is part of the earth crust. The crust has lots of pieces and is almost like a jigsaw puzzle, and these pieces of crust are always moving. Usually this crust moves very slowly. We can't even know when we are standing as they move very slowly. Sometimes these pieces of land move very fast and an earthquake happens. Now let's discuss about earthquake. Earthquake begin under earth's surface and it shakes the ground, and sometimes we see massive cracks on earth crust also. See the model how damage of building and life occur. During this disaster, earthquake also break down buildings, bridges and roads. Earthquake can change the earth's surface. Question is, where do earthquakes start? It starts underground at a place called the focus. The earthquake is the strongest at the spot above the focus called the epicenter. Most of the earthquakes are less than 1 minute. Earthquakes are scored by how stronger they are. Scientists use seismograph to measure and score earthquake. Bigger the number, stronger the earthquake. It is measured in Richter scale. Earthquake changes the shape of Earth's surface. It is the powerful way that surface change. When the epicenter of a large earthquake is located offshore, the seabed may be displaced sufficiently to cause a tsunami. Earthquake can also trigger landslide and occasionally volcanic activity. Our country is mainly divided into 4 earthquake-prone zone area. In Hyderabad, it is zone 2. Earthquake in Hyderabad is very less, but earthquakes are phenomenon that cannot be predefined. Mainly, Hyderabad faced 4 major earthquakes, which was also less than 4 Richter scale. Although Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh have high risks of earthquake-prone zone cities, all districts of Haryana sub-region lie on zone 4 and high risk zone, and it extremely vulnerable to earthquake. In 1956, a significant earthquake and Rohtak was the epicenter of an earthquake and last is on 7 June 2020 in Faridabad of 2.1 scale. Thank you.
Greetings to all. I am Varnika Parak and today I am going to speak about stars. So let's start. First of all, let me ask you a question. What do we use to see at night? We either use artificial light such as flashlights, car lights if you are driving on a road, or lamps, or we use natural light. What natural light do we see at night? The natural light that we see at night comes from the stars. It seems sometimes that it comes from the moon, but the moon does not give off any light of its own. The reason the moon looks so bright because it is reflecting the sunlight from the other side of the earth. So, let's start. Now that you know a lot about stars, let's do some experiments and activities. For this first experiment, you need to hold a CD in front of a sunny window with the help of the shiny side up. Well, now I have a CD, but it's evening, so the sun has set. So I'll be using a flashlight because we just need some light. So I'll be using this flashlight to bring us the light. Now tilt the CD until the light reflect off of it. What do we see? Well, did we see some rainbow colors like violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red? What does this really mean? This means that the white light is made up of rainbow of colors. What kind of scientist is an astronomer? An astronomer is a scientist who studies outer space. What are some important tools that astronomers use to study stars? An astronomer uses a telescope, a special flashlight, and star charts. Well, are you ready to do some astronomy? I have a special star chart that you can use at night. You can just search star charts on Google and take a printout of the pictures. Here I have the star chart of northern region and of the southern region. Our first thing is done. We will now make a simple telescope. This telescope is very simple. By making our own telescope, we will get an understanding of how a telescope actually works. Just follow the directions. First, we need to cut a cardboard tube in half. Well, I made 2 cardboard tubes here because I didn't have a cardboard tube. If you have an empty toilet paper roll, it would be a cardboard tube too. So you can cut it into half. And in one of the cardboard tube, we need to slit along the length of one of the sections. Means we need to cut a little part. So I am going to cut a little part here. As you can see, I made a slit. Now we need to overlap the edges of the slit tube so that one tube fits inside the other. Now this tube is fitting inside this one. Now we need to tape or glue a magnifying glass to one end to the one end of each cardboard. I only have one small magnifying glass, so I will be taping it to one cardboard, one end of a cardboard. You can tape one or two. It's your wish. So now here I have taped a magnifying glass to the smaller tube, and here I've kept it. We are almost done. Now we can take a cardboard and cut a circle same size as this smaller tube, and cut a hole in the center, and tape this over here to make an eyepiece. One advantage of keeping a magnifying glass is that we can hold it. All done. Now to use it, we need to just take out the inner tube and focus on the image we are seeing. We are almost ready to go out on a clear night to view the stars. The best time to view stars is on a clear moonless night. We just need one more tool for our stargazing trip, and that is a night vision flashlight. It is very easy to make a night vision flashlight. All we need to do is cover our flashlight with red cellophane and secure it with a rubber band. Well, here is our flashlight and our red cellophane. Now, to know the difference, do you see the light here? How bright it is. Now, to use a red cellophane, always double it. Now, see, the color changes. For you, it may be showing yellow, but it is red. Now, if I do it single, the light would be pink, but we need red light. That's why we are doubling it. Now, we need to just secure it with a rubber band. Done. Now, let me explain you why the red light that you now see coming out of the flashlight helps us to see in the dark. To help me explain this, I need to go to a dark room. So, let's go. We probably noticed that our eyes had to get used to the dark before you could start to see a little. It takes about half an hour for our eyes to fully adjust to the dark. It is little glowier because I switch on the flashlight. Now, when I switch it off, it's all dark. I'm going to keep the light on so that the camera captures me. Now, if you get used to a regular flashlight, if you used a regular flashlight and looked at a star chart while we were stargazing, our eyes would need to get adjusted every single time we turn on the flashlight. The white light from the flashlight breaks down some chemicals in our eyes that help you to see in our dark. This is why we made a night vision flashlight. With this kind of flashlight, our eyes will not need to get adjusted every time we turn it on. This is because the red light, unlike the white light, does not break down the chemicals in our eyes that help you see in the dark. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Sadia Akula from 5th standard. So today I'm here to throw some light on facts of natural disasters. Now let's see what are natural disasters.
A natural disaster is a major adverse event resulting from natural processes of earth and geological processes. For example, floods, landslides, volcanoes, earthquakes, storms, etc. These occur in many forms. Now let's have a look on how they appear. Tsunami, floods, volcano, earthquake, landslide, and storm. Now let's see the reasons why they occur. Soil erosion, ocean currents, seismic activity, air pressure, few actions in earth crust. Recently, few natural disasters occurred in Haryana and Telangana. Let's see what are they. In Haryana, earthquake of magnitude 2.3 Richter scale on 19 June 2020. Earthquake in Hyderabad with a scale of 5.2 on 2nd July 2020. Even floods came in Haryana and Telangana. Let's see them. Affected by floods many times, damaging many crops, cattle and lives. Floods hit Hyderabad in 2020 due to deep depression in Bay of Bengal. Now let's see a few safety measures that we can protect ourselves from natural disaster. Stay away from doors and windows. Protect head and neck with cushions or pillows. Stay on ground under a table to be safe from heavy falling things. If outside, away from home, stay on ground, away from buildings and tall trees. Do not walk or swim through flood water. Avoid using bridges over fast moving water. Stay away from electric poles and manholes. Obviously, we cannot avoid natural disaster, but we can surely try to protect our nature. So, let's take a pledge to save our nature. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, this is Meenakshi from grade 5A. I've made a working model of a volcano. Before you see how it erupts, let us know what a volcano is. Volcanoes are formed by the movements of tectonic plates which increases pressure and magma comes out of the volcano. Once magma comes out of the volcano, it is known as lava. Lava flows on the earth's surface and cools down as time passes and forms plateaus. Example, a Deccan Plateau. Now let's see how the volcano erupts. Thank you.
Hello my friends, today I am here to share with you the feelings of our nature which we fail to understand sometimes and damage the treasure of nature which is actually a blessing that supports our living in many ways. Food from plants, oxygen from trees, water from rivers, birds for shelter and many more. So straight from the heart of our nature, here I say, going ahead with what I said,
I request all of you to avoid plastic that's killing our nature. Let's take a step and pledge to save our nature before it's too late. Let's save our nature to save ourselves.